was the last mistake. I'm blue without your face, but what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, it's not going to be basically what I'm trying to say is today is play day, which means I'm filming for Instagram mainly, but because I know you guys are going to want to see this tutorial, I decided to throw it on YouTube. I do go not wrong, but I do switch something out a couple of times throughout the tutorial, so please bear with me. See, I feel like this is like a girl warrior makeup look. Like I feel really with it on. I don't know. Really love this makeup look. I honestly love doing really dramatic makeup looks on me. It's like my favourite thing to do ever. If you are new to my channel, please make sure you hit the red button and subscribe below. It's as easy as that, and let's just get on with this tutorial. So first of all, I'm going to be using my Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC like I always do as my eyeshadow, primer and my base. I'm going to be using my buffer brush from Zoeva to apply that all over the eyelid right up to the brows. Then I'm taking Fresh by Anastasia Beverly Hills, which is just like a cream eyeshadow, and I'm going to pop that on top to dry off soft ochre and just like set it in place. Then to start with, I'm taking my Matte Spectrum palette from Zoeva, and I'm taking this like yellowy shade, and it looks more orangey in the pan, but it's actually more yellow, and I'm going to be using that into my crease and on my outer V area using my Zoeva 228 brush. This palette is bomb. Like all the shades are amazing. It's turning into one of my favorite palettes, and I think if you're an eyeshadow lover, you will love this palette. Then I'm going to dip into my Venus 2 palette, and I'm going to be taking the shade Mustard. I'm not going to lie you guys, like I looked at this colour and I thought this colour looks really weird, but I'm going to use it because I wanted the effect of yellow being in the inner corner and then orange being on the outer corner. So I used it, and I actually really love this shade. It's so unusual, and I just love lime crime eyeshadows. They really blend out perfectly. So yeah, I'm just going to add that mainly on the inner corner, and I want it to have a pop, so I'm going to apply quite a few layers to get that tone that I like. Then heading back into the Zoeva palette, I'm picking up this orange shade, and I'm going to keep this towards the outer corner. I want that clear kind of difference between the yellow and then the orange. And I'm going to use circular motions to buff that in and drag it out quite far out to the temple because I want it to be quite smoky. Then picking up a Notch from Colourpop, which is naturally going to be one of my favourite shades because it's very similar to Sienna from Anastasia and Cocoa Bear from Makeup Geek. I'm just going to apply this with my 227 brush all over my lid, and I'm going to stop just before we hit that crease so I can still see the orange and yellow shining through. Then I'm using Mud from the Venus 2 palette. This is very similar to Fudge by Anastasia or Mocha by Makeup Geek. I just want to give you like other kind of dupes, well not dupes, just like other options for you to use to create this look, because if you don't have these palettes, I don't want you to feel like you can't recreate this, because you can. But anyway, I'm using my Fruline Fluffy brush to place down the product and the colour on the outer corner, and then I'm using my 506 brush from Morphe to blend out those edges. I just want that little bit on the outer corner to be a tad darker than the rest. Then I'm going to be using my 228 brush just to blend out all those kind of edges and just make it look a little bit more seamless rather than choppy. Then heading in with Corrupt from Makeup Geek, I'm just going to pat a little bit on my lash line going up to the outer area, but not actually curving it around into the crease or anything. I just want it to look a little bit more smoky, closer to the lashes kind of thing. Then to cut the crease, I'm taking my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in Light on my NYX 33 brush, and I'm just going to cut the crease. This is my favourite way of doing cut creases nowadays. It's just easier. Another concealer that I like to use is the Anastasia one, or if you don't have that, I do tend to use Soft Ochre as well. I'm just going to feather out those edges as well to blend it into the eyeshadow, and then to lock it in place and to make sure it's set so it doesn't move and budge, I'm just going to put some cream eyeshadow on top to just set it. Now this is the step that I'm going to be changing, that I switch out. So basically I started to use my Too Faced glitter glue that I've patted onto my eyelid, and then I stuck this Sigma glitter, which is beautiful and I don't knock it at all. It's nothing to do with this. I just thought I wanted a different kind of eyeshadow colour rather than green. When you look at this glitter, it has red reflex, and I thought that was the colour that was going to come out, but then actually underneath my lights it looks more green. And then I'm taking the liquid gold pigment from Makeup Geek to pop in my inner corner, and then when I put these two shades together I just thought actually I didn't really like it. I didn't really think it looked as good as I wanted it to. So I basically just patted on top the Too Faced glitter glue, and then I used my gold diamond pigment from Makeup Addiction to pop on top, and it worked perfectly fine. So just skip the Sigma step unless you want to do that, obviously, but I just preferred doing it this way and I just thought it looked a lot better. But that's just my opinion. You guys might prefer the glitter. Let me know in the comments below if you did. Then to define the eye a little bit, I'm just taking my Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper, and I'm just going to add a really thin line on top of my lashes. Then onto my face makeup. I'm first of all going to be applying my Becca Backlight Primer, which has been my favourite primer now for a couple of weeks. I want to say I've used it all the time. It makes me look super glowy and just gives me a nice moisturised feel to the skin, and just makes the foundation glide and last so long. So for foundation today, I'm taking the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. This is the matte one in 2 shades because I'm pale AF. So I'm taking 105, mixing 220 together to make my colour because I'm not tanned. I mean, like, I hated not being tanned, but in this video I actually quite prefer being pale. So I decided to cream contour today by using my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Toast, which is my favourite shade to contour with, and it's my favourite cream contour in the whole entire world, and it's less than £10, I believe. What it was when I purchased it last time. And I'm just going to pop this underneath my cheekbones, in my temples, on my forehead, and then underneath my chin and jawline area, and then I'll blend it out using a sponge. If you haven't tried this out, I highly recommend trying it out. You will love it. The only thing is, as soon as you apply it, please blend it out, because if it does dry, then it can be a little tricky to blend. But apart from that, it is 100% the best cream contour I have ever used. Then I decided to go in heavy with the concealer, so I'm taking Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in light medium first of all, and then I'm going to be going in with the shade Light just to add a little bit more brightness and a little bit more thickness of concealer underneath the eyes, on the centre of the forehead, down the bridge of the nose, on my cupid's bow and my chin, and then I'm going to blend it out using my sponge. This is my favourite concealer, honestly. It will cover up everything and anything. Like, I mean, I use it for my eyeshadow and it's just universal, okay? And then I'm going to set it with the Kat Von D brightening powder in, I believe this is Petal, and I'm just going to use that to bake underneath my eyes and on this side of my nose to catch any fallout and then make my nose look a little bit more slimmer. So unfortunately my camera ran out of battery and then it didn't save what I filmed onto the memory card, which is so annoying. But all I did was use a little bit of that orange shade and apply that underneath my lower lash line, all the way from inner corner to outer corner, and then I took some of that dark brown shade on my Fruit Line brush and just applied that to the outer corner, and I joined it up to the top eyeshadow as well. Then I'm taking my They're Real mascara from Benefit, and I'm just going to add a couple of coats to my top and bottom lashes to prepare mine before falsies. And for false eyelashes today, I'm taking my Iris Beauty ones in Athena, which I said in my previous video that these are my favourite lashes. I honestly love them so much. Whenever I put them on my eyes, I just fall in love. Then I'm going to take off all the excess powder from underneath my eyes and on the side of my nose. Then for my bronzer, I'm taking my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish powder in the shade Dark Tan. I'm just going to pop this underneath my cheekbones, on my forehead, pretty much where we put the cream contour, so I'm just going to set all of that in place. Then for my glow, I'm taking one of my favourite highlighters, which is the Laura Geller Gilded Honey Highlighter. I bought this after I had seen Amrezy use it on her Snapchat, and it does not disappoint. Literally, when I wear this, so many people will come up to me and ask me what highlight I'm wearing. It just catches everyone's attention. Then for my blush, I'm taking Genius by Tarte, and I'm going to pop that on the apples of my cheeks. Then I'm going to spray myself with a little bit of Fix, I say a little bit, a lot of Fix Plus to make the powders turn more like kind of skin-like. and then spray more on my highlight just to make it look a little bit more beaming. So then I'm going to go onto my lips, and I'm going to be taking my MAC lip liner in Oak, which is a very pale brown borderline grey shade, and I'm just going to overdraw my lips and then shade in the outer edges, and then go in with the Tarte liquid lipstick in Salty, which is one of their palest shades from this range. I think it is actually the palest shade from this range, and then I'm just going to dab that in on the centre of my lips, and voila! Alright guys, so that's it for this makeup tutorial. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, you can let me know by giving me a big thumbs up and leave some comments down below. I love reading through them all. Remember, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter. It's all Amy's Makeup Box. I've made it really nice and easy for you guys to find me. So until next time, I'll see you soon.
I got you hot, make you stop. When you see me, you got your hand up.